Begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Next offering misses. Ball 2. Swing and a foul out of play. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And it remains 2-2. The pitch. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Jake Mangum in the box now. No balls and a strike. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Up the middle, and he knocks it down. And he'll be safe at first. One gone, runner at first. Yandy Diaz now. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. Mangum stands at first with one out. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Swings through that one for strike 2. On the inside corner for called strike 3. One left for Tampa, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on. Back now in the Bronx. Today's starting pitcher, Shane Baz. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. Hoping for a good showing in this one from their cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, over his last 10 games, just 4 hits, Boog. That's a lot of nights with an 0-for driving back to the house. I mean, that's a tough one to kind of sleep on and, figure that things are going to turn around. But with that said, he's a big leaguer. That's what you have to do. You have to make mental adjustments as well as physical. So, trust he's going to stay focused. He's going to start putting together some quality at-bats, and things will get back on track.
Drops into the glove, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's some real power at the plate. Aaron Judge. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Big-time GM right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Judge rips that one. That's back. Hauls it in on the warning track. An inning in the books. No score here on the show. And we're back. And now the DH, Jonathan Aranda. And there's a strike. The Yankees off to a hot start this season, playing very well in the early going.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up. And it gets the players fired up, too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Mike Fillmore, our plate umpire, very consistent with his zone. Chris gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog, and I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way, so people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue, you better learn his name, and that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Danny Jansen to hit here. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
On the ground to Jazz. Rays retired in order. Nothing doing for Tampa. Back at Yankee Stadium. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Stanton now. Boz back to work. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, and that hits off the base. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Spin throw, that's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Popped in the air, left field. Meisner makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 down.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Ground ball right side, and that's a foul ball. Goldie getting to start at first. Over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
0-2 is the count.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Up with it, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. We played 2 full. We're tied, 0-0. Back in the Bronx, and the batter now, Cameron Meisner. That clips the zone, and it's 0-1. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. In the air, center field. Bellinger under it. Brings it in. And a quick out, number 1. Stepping in, Taylor Walls. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Top of the 3rd, no score.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Cut out and miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Swing at a ball lifted to center field. And that'll do it. Back in New York, here's the third baseman, Oswaldo Cabrera. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
You know, these Yankees definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Base hit, left center field. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away. Back to the top of the Yankee order. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. He's 0 for 1. Fought off foul. Bellinger is an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. Caballero feeds to second, out there. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Well, these Rays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Ground ball right side, it squirts through.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And that is out of play. And a foul ball. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Going back on this one. Way back there and gone. It's his 6th home run of the season. The Rays strike first. It's 2-0.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Aranda stands in now and watches strike one.
0-1.
That one pushed to the left and foul. And downstairs.
Nope. Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And now the right fielder, Josh Lowe.
The right fielder, Josh
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. This ball's chopped on the ground. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1's the count.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
On the ground, could be two. Feed to second, that's one. And two. In time to first for the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Stanton, the next to hit, takes ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And he swings through that one.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check. They trail things here 2-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Heel back to work. Just missed. Jansen, 29 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Foul ball. Heel ready to fire now. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Just missed. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And stepping in for the Rays, Cameron Meisner. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Next offering is fouled back.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And, you know, pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Walsh batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Two outs. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
You know, these Yankees, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
Mangum hauls it in, and there's one away.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Fly to left his first time. There's the strike.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Goes down looking. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. Strike one.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
He swings and fouls one off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Rays back at Yankee Stadium. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Jose Caballero. That's in there. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jake Mangum. And that one fouled off. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Number 2, Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz, the next to hit, 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. The other way. Dives and he can't hang on. Judge hustles it back in. They hold him at third base. And now the bases are loaded.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now here's the Tampa Bay cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat. Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Over to Goldie. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Next is the designated hitter, Jonathan Aranda, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a pop-up. Goldie drifts towards it. He's there. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least 1 run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
2 on, 2 outs. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Hit in the air, center field. Bellinger has this one sized up and makes the grab. And that's the 3rd out. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Rays 3 and the Yankees. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now at the plate, Oswaldo Cabrera. Hit in the air, left field. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
One down, base is empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Here comes Cody Bellinger. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. And that is strike one.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Next offering is fouled back.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Dominguez off of first with 2 away. Next offering is fouled back. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Danny Jensen.
And first offering is fouled off.
The beauty of his skill set as a pitcher is the break in his stuff doesn't go away when he's tired. I mean, his pitches always seem to have life. Just doesn't matter if it's early or late. He doesn't make it easy for the batter.
This one chopped to first. And they put the tag on him for the out.
Now batter, left fielder
Cameron Meisner next to hit for the Rays. Bouncer to second. The throw to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. So up next, Taylor Walls.
Shortstop Taylor Walls.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Line drive. He's got it. And that is out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Rays 3 and the Yankees nothing. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. In the air, right field. That one gets down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Now, this guy's definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels...
Caminero. Wide throw, and it gets away. Doesn't get too far away, so no one moves up. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. The Yankees looking to rally. Swings through that one for strike 1. Tampa Bay's bullpen with some action. Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Clevenger, a left-hander, also throwing. That one almost got him. Tying run at the plate. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And there's one down. Hung up in a rundown now. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Definitely a weird play right there, and it changes the outlook of the inning completely. Nice job by the defense to take advantage and get 2 outs out of it, but on the flip side, I have to think they're going to have some discussions and probably some lessons learned about the base run.
He's got it, and that is that. 1 left for the Yankees. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the Rays leadoff hitter, Jose Caballero. And first offering is fouled off. And strike 2. So into the 8th, and he's back on the mound despite some rough patches.
Well, he's definitely had to battle. Hasn't been perfect in this one, but he's got some nice defensive plays behind him. He's given his team some length, and that's really important.
And the pitch count still in relatively good shape, so fatigue shouldn't be much of a factor.
Well, you got to imagine this guy lobbied a little bit to get back out there on the mound just because of it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Just off the inside edge. That one missing inside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Swinging at ball 4. That was off the outside edge.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Tap foul at the plate.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you've got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the 3rd one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a gap.
Swings through it for the K. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the 8th coming up. Rays 3 and the Yankees. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom of the 8th. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Boz back to work.
Now batting, 3rd baseman.
And the Rays manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Shane Boz will depart, and he was very good. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Kevin Kelly.
His first test will be from the left side, and that's been a struggle for him this season. They've been seeing him pretty well and doing some damage against him.
Cabrera now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A 2-run shot, 3rd home run of the season, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2. Well, that swing changes things.
Yes, it does. They were in striking distance. They found a way to fight back big time. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. He's 2 for 2. Smoked on the ground a second. In plenty of time to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
That one ripped. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
On the ground to short. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You got to love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop can even make that play.
And ball 1 to Judge.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself. If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Squeezes it, and that's the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back here in New York, new inning getting started. Now here is Junior Caminero. And first offering is fouled off. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change. Jonathan Loaisiga comes on now.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
So 2 down now, and here is Josh Lowe. And first offering is fouled off.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Down in order go the Rays. And it remains a 3-2 ball game. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Uceta.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Into center. Base hit.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Pitch was on the outside, didn't go the other way with it, but still a nice job of using the big part of the field to find a hole. No way he hits it that well if he hooks around the baseball there.
Swing and a foul out of play. One-run game, bottom 9. Hard hit to third. Fires to second for 1. A double play. That might send some folks towards the exits. 2 gone. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
The Yanks down to their final strike.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. The 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. On the ground right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at bats. This was a fun one to watch.
A 3-2 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the New York Yankees. And this is the rubber match, Siggy.
And these games can really shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. And pitching in this game, Clark Schmidt. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man. Not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous. Sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
Comes up empty.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That one 95 to finish him off.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Ha-Sung Kim stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Foul ball there. to third. Whips it across.
Out.
Quick start to this afternoon's action. 2 gone. 2 outs, base is empty. Yandy Diaz next to hit for the Rays. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's outside, and it's 1-1. Slice down the right side. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Rays held in check here. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Back after this. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Cody Bellinger. Swinging a foul straight back. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Throws to first in time, and Bellinger is out. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. The home run, a big part of the equation when it comes to this offense, Siggy. They're one of the better clubs in the league in terms of putting runs up via the homer.
Yeah, and that makes them even more dangerous because they're going to get their hits, but they're also going to get those home runs and have runners on base, which is multiple runs out of one swing. So, yeah, you really have to try to manage a team like this and keep them contained. You can't give up extra outs, whether that be via an error or a walk.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
There comes an 0-2 to Judge. Struck him out swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. Leave one scoreless after.